Christmas Special, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction read aloud. If you have not heard the previous parts of this fanfiction, you can find a link to them in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment in the comments section to show your support. If you find the narration speed to be either too fast or too slow, you can adjust them by clicking on the settings icon in the video. Adrien stood in the doorway, watching his children sleep. It was amazing to think the rascals could be so still, especially after the chaos from last night. Still, the presents were under the tree, and he could hear his wife humming from the kitchen. It was time to get them up. He walked over to Plag first, sitting down on the small mattress and placing a hand on his son's back. "Come on, kitty," he whispered. "It's time to get up." The boy shifted, rolling onto his back to look at him. "Daddy," he murmured, "is it Christmas?" "Not quite. Christmas Eve." Plag shot up, nearly knocking heads with him. "I'm gonna help Mom!" he exclaimed, throwing off his blankets and sliding out of bed. Adrien couldn't help but laugh as the tail of his cat onesie dragged on the floor. He turned to see Tiki across the room, her blankets spread across the mattress from tossing and turning throughout the night. It reminded him of his Kwame years ago, but that was a thought for another day. "Tiki," he began, calling from the other side of the room. He'd learned the hard way that she tended to wake up swinging. "It's time to get up." "That's not how you do it," Plag said from the doorway. "Weren't you going to help your mother?" "I have to make my bed first." Adrien couldn't help but chuckle at how he stated it so matter-of-factly. "Besides," Plag continued, "I'm the best at getting her up." The boy waddled over to his sister and leaned down to whisper something in her ear. She shot up like a dog called to dinner and jumped out of bed, thumping toward the kitchen. "Wow," Adrien said. "What did you tell her?" "There's cheesecake in the kitchen." "Is there?" As funny as it was, they'd worked on not lying. "Yeah, it's for tomorrow, though, so Mama won't let her have any no matter how much she begs." "What?" "You remind me of one of your mother's good friends. That's all." "Aunt Alia?" "No. I'll tell you about her when you're older." "Dad, you're weird." He chuckled at the retort and stood up to let his kids straighten the blankets. It wasn't official, but the conversation proved he wasn't a toddler anymore. My, how time flies. Adrien followed his son out, enjoying the smell of breakfast filling their home. Today was a good day, and it had barely begun. Thank you so much for listening. This part is brought to you in part by my Patreon. You can find more details at patreon.com/MiraRights.